Yorkshire, England, aka Malfoy Manor, from the Harry Potter movies. Just thought I'd do a quick live, having a little wander around the gardens. Just gonna have a little wander around, see if anybody joins me. There's not much going off today. Spring is springing and things are looking a little bit uninteresting at the moment. Hey Shannon, how you doing? I am just doing a quick live from Hardwick Hall, aka Malfoy Manor. Of course you can see spring is here. There's not much doing in the gardens yet, but it will be lovely later. We're not going in the house today. My mum's here and my sister. You might get to meet my sister. A few daffodillies. So we'll have. How are you, Shannon? When is it you go next? You know, to that happy place. I'd love to know. These are the servant buildings. They're now actually holiday accommodation, which is nice. Just thought I'd do a quick live just to show people. Is it still snowing up in Michigan? Oh, for your 10-year wedding anniversary. Wow. Hey Paul, how you doing? This is called the Stumpery, which were quite fashionable in old gardens. I am live streaming, yeah. I am indeed. I'm only a little channel, so I'm not that. Right, there's Hardwick Hall, aka Malfoy Manor. It was built in the 1500s, I think, late 1500s, for a lady called Elizabeth of Hardwick. Oh no, Elizabeth Shrewsbury. A few daffodillies, and they're cute. And the paler ones are hellebores. There we go. The house was built in the 1500s for Bess of Hardwick, who is an extraordinary lady. I don't know how come they haven't made a film about her, because she was quite a character. She was besties with Queen Elizabeth I. She started off out life as a farmer's daughter, simple farmer's daughter. So relatively modest background. And after 4 marriages, she ended up as possibly the richest woman in the country. Not bad for a farmer's girl. I think, as I recall, 1 or 2 of her husbands passed away. Quite mysterious, that. We go through daffodils. So I think Bess is quite awesome, really. And as I say, I don't know why they haven't made a movie about her. I have no idea. Very strange. So we're just wandering around the gardens. Yes, you do, Shannon. You are welcome anytime, my dear. Welcome anytime. I say it's not quite as exciting as Disneyland, Disney World. A few more daffodillies. So what's the weather like where you are, Shannon and Paul? We'll get a bit closer to the house in a minute. There's nothing much going in the gardens, it's not very exciting. But that's quite nice, isn't it? A few nice daffodillias, a few ancient trees. God, it's 30 degrees. Ooh, that must be about freezing, I think. Yikes. The garden beds have been planted. Ready for the season. These gardens look absolutely gorgeous. This is Bess's old house. Now, as she got richer, she wanted one of the finest houses in the UK, in the country. So this used to be her previous house, and when she had guests to stay, they stayed in there instead. Naturally, it had a roof on at that time. It wasn't quite that drafty. See all the laid hedges. Oh, so Shannon, you poor thing, you must be frozen. Yikes. I don't know whether you'll be able to see through here, but there's still remains of the plaster relief. But if you see where the white is, that's some of the relief plastered walls. There we are. Oh, here we are, look. That's a better shot of the house. So if we could just shift those trees, we'd be well away. So I don't know whether you can see, if you were on big TV you might be able to see, but at the top of the tower there is ES, and that stands for Elizabeth Shrewsbury, because I think she was ended up as the Countess of Shrewsbury, married to the Earl of Shrewsbury, so that was her final title before she passed away. So yeah, so sorry not going in the house today, but we're just having a wander around the garden. The kiddies are doing an Easter egg hunt. Not our kiddies, we haven't got any, but there, what do you think? Malfoy Manor. Actually, while the trees are bare, you can see it better. So these trees do get in the way. That's the part of the old hall, the remains of, that does have a roof. I don't know whether you can see the old hall, but it just feels lovely. It's quite cold here as well. It must be, no, you're right, thank you. Alright, must be about, it's 10 degrees here. So it's about, what's that, 40, 50 degrees. So it's a nice spring day. It's just a little on the cool side. Not much in the way of a breeze.
I wrote us a review on Airbnb.
There we are, how about that? I think that's quite impressive. I'll say it's built entirely out of local sandstone, which erodes really, really easily. But then when Bessa was alive, she was so loaded, she could afford to have it repaired every 5 minutes. Which is very nice for her. I love this place. I've been coming since I was a girl. Well, I'm still a girl, but you know what I mean. A young girl. So therefore, it's a long, long time. So I've been coming here for 50 odd, almost 50 years. The place is owned by the National Trust, which is an organisation that buys and looks after and maintains historic properties throughout the country. Oh, is that Thorn? I can't remember what that's called, but anyway. Maintains hundreds and hundreds of properties, just like Hardwick Hall, up and down the country, for the nation. For a price, you can visit any one of them, from castles to ruins to medieval properties to prehistoric properties. You name it, you can go visit. Here we are. This used to be a formal garden years ago. There we are. An ancient yew tree. The hall. A close-up of the hall. There we are. How about that? Some of the glass is certainly not the original, but the windows are. You can see the windows. The lead drainage pipes, they're all original. I think they may have been replaced and renewed, but they're in the original style. And of course, plastered everywhere is ES Elizabeth Shrewsbury. At the entrance. This house is perfectly symmetrical, it's identical on the other side, which I will take you to. How about that for a front gate? Not bad, eh? Now that's a front gate that says I'm loaded, with bling plus on top. I don't think I can get to the gardens this way, and I know I can't, in fact. These borders, these borders along here look gorgeous in summer. There we go, there's Bessa's original house. So unfortunately ruined. This is one of the best preserved Elizabethan houses possibly in the world. Because the reason being that it was left abandoned for basically maintained, but basically abandoned by the family as they went to live in more modern, more opulent properties. There we go. Because down the road is Chatsworth House, the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire, who are, I think they're related to the Queen, and that's sort of one of the main houses in the UK. The Duke and Duchess, of course, is one of the highest aristocratic titles you can get. Oh, nice few bluish flowers. Couple of nice statues there. And this is the other end from where I started. There we go. Oh, Alive in the Parks. Hello. Welcome in. We are here at Hardwick Hall, aka Malfoy Manor. The facade was used in the filming of Harry Potter, one of the Harry Potters, for Malfoy Manor. The roof was digitally changed, but how about that for an umbrella tree? Oh, the jasmine's out. We're now going around the back of the manor. A little bit of topiary. So it's only just spring here, so things are starting to grow. It's not looking sparkling. And as I say, I know this isn't very exciting, but I thought I'd show you anyway. There we go. See if we can get it all in. Probably not. So this is the back of the manor, Hardwick Hall. Yeah, so back to the history of the place. It's say it was left abandoned and never altered. Normally a lot of these properties are abandoned, usually altered, adjusted, new facades put on, and made more modern depending on the era. So they have all sorts of styles, but this one has remained entirely identical to how it was in the Elizabethan times, which is quite remarkable, really. Because, as I say, most houses don't look anything like what they did when they were first built. Whereabouts are you, Life in the Parks? So you'll be getting nice weather today as well. Big change from all the rain that we've been having. Oh, I'm squishing flowers. There we go. Nice view. I just love this place. And so unfortunately not going in the house today because we've met my sister and my mum and we're just having a trundle around the gardens today. Ooh, look at this. How about that? Isn't that pretty? I don't know what this plant is, but it's very pretty. Just in case anybody's interested, I'll...
Yeah, the long gallery. That's where you used to do your courting, your meal.
No, it's not actually. That's where you used to exercise, in the long gallery. If the weather was foul in the long gallery, the ladies in their big dresses used to just walk up and down to exercise. Oh, some fun guy. Yeah. Another flower of some sort. That's pretty. Couldn't tell you what they're. I think that might be called a euonymus. Oh, primroses. Aww. Not many primroses today. Well, there we go. Nice daffodil walk. Oh, we have a few nice daffodils along here. Has the snow cleared up in Michigan yet, or are you at this stage in Michigan? Have you got flowers coming out, or is it still middle of winter there? There we are. There. That's always my favourite shot. And all the kiddies have got ears on for the Easter egg hunt. Yeah, the National Trust has some amazing properties. Like, you wouldn't believe they own castles. Oh, a whole range of properties. Medieval houses. Let's have a look at the daffodillies, and these look like tall snowdrops. These look like snowdrops on steroids. Didn't know they came that tall. Aww. Oh, it's just so nice and springy. Aww. Love Hardwick Hall. As I say, someday I'll go back inside again. I did actually do a tour of the hall a year or two back, but I'm sure I'll get to go in again because we've got membership of the National Trust, so we can visit any number of the hundreds of properties for free, which is actually good value, really. I mean, it's less than £100 or less than $100. Actually, no, I think it's just over $100 now. You can go in any of the properties for free. Oh, beautiful daffodillies. Actually, this is a very sheltered spot. So very nice indeed. And I've no idea where my mother is and my sister. They've gone scouting off. My mum's got a scooter which is designed for rough terrain, so she's got wheels. For those of you who know sort of my mum, she's her back's really bad now, so she's more or less wheelchair boundish. I don't know what the garden's going to look like this year, because I've got to do the garden this year. So I'll do my best, do what I can. I always think those ESs at the top of the towers. Hello CME Travelling, how are you? Good evening, I'm guessing you're in America. No, you're not. It'll be, what time will it be? There morning there, won't it? How are you? It's nice to see you. This is Hardwick Hall in Derbyshire, United Kingdom. And we're at Hardwick Hall in Derbyshire in England. I'll repeat myself. Malfoy Manor. It was used for the filming, the external scenes for Harry Potter at Malfoy Manor. The roof was digitally altered, but the facade, the rest of it was used in the filming. Virginia, wow. What's the weather doing in Virginia? I'm trying to think where Virginia is. I think it's on the east coast. Sort of mid-southeast coast-ish is Virginia. Above Georgia. I'm trying to learn my geography of America, where all the states are. I know Georgia's north of Florida, which I didn't know before. We've got spring here. Spring is sprung. And it's around about 10 degrees here today. The wind seems to have dropped, so it's actually quite warm now. So the kiddies climbing the ancient tree. Bless. This is one of the, may have had different functions over time, but originally probably a picnic house for the family, and the gardening hut to keep warm, I guess, for the gardeners. Oh, so I got it right then. I'm just trying to think. It's Georgia, followed by, is it South Carolina, North Carolina? Is it Virginia next? Ah. New was New York, Los Angeles, and Florida. That's the only places I used to know in America. Well, I don't know where my mum and my sister's gone, but we'll see. Yeah. And what's the weather doing in Virginia right now? I'm guessing it might be similar to here. That's a rough guesstimate. can see beyond that hedge is the orchard. And these trees here are rowan berries, which we've eaten fresh berries off before. There we go, wait for this. You'll get the view that was, I think they used for Malfoy, for Harry Potter. There we go, there's the orchard. In fact, I remember them planting this years ago. There's the stables. Through there. And wait for it. Kaboom! How about that for a view? How about that? We've had a very wet year this year. Aww. This view for me never gets old. Not quite Cinderella's castle, but nevertheless, for me this is for me the money shot, and I love it. So yeah, there's Malfoy Manor. I think they used this sort of shot in part of the film, I think. I need to check and look. But yeah, so we've just done a quick tour. The gardens aren't doing very much. As you can see, they're just quite bare at the moment. But summer will be nice. This is the wild... Well, I'll come off the grass. I don't want to be walking on the grass, particularly. There we are. I was just saying, corn dog, how you doing? No comments, Jimmy. Behave yourself. Family friendly stream. I was just saying. So yeah, this place was built in the late 1500s. So it's a little bit older than me. Not much. And if anybody's interested, it was owned by Elizabeth Shrewsbury, also known as Bess of Hardwick. Who managed, and this was their final house. Just a quick recap on her life. Bess was besties with Elizabeth I. She started off life as a farmer's daughter, very relatively poor, but after marriages to 4 husbands, each one being richer than the last, almost sounds like a fairy tale, she became the richest woman possibly in the country, and the most powerful next to the Queen. Personally, I think they ought to make a film about her. That's the other thing about Hardwick Hall. They more windows than walls, they say. In the 1500s, of course, it was in the 1700s. Looks like a castle in France. Oh, cool. I would love to tour the US. Would absolutely love to tour the US. So this place was built in I think the late 1500s. So it's pretty old. And of course at the time, glass was eye-wateringly expensive. And I mean eye-wateringly expensive. You could not... Majority of people, even the wealthy, were struggling to afford it in the 1500s. So You can see how rich Bess was by the time she died. Lucky, lucky lady. And I say, of course, being besties with Queen Elizabeth I, she was well sorted. Right, what time is it? 3:20. So I see if I can find my mum and my sister. Can't. I'm looking for a mobility scooter. Can't see one. And these are the stables originally. Well, I've got a video in the house. It's very shaky because I didn't have my gimbal at that time. But I would love to go again and take the camera in.
I stole it.
So yeah, these are the stables, but it's been turned into a restaurant shop. And these properties used to be servants' accommodation, but are now holiday accommodation. So you can stay here if you wanted to. So, I see me travelling. I would be very happy to guide you or anybody else if you need any suggestions, guidance, or anything else. I would be very, very happy to help. You're very welcome. As I say, it's not quite as exciting as Disney World, but it's my little corner of the world. And I like it. And it's very historical, or hysterical, whichever. And so I'll sign off here. And there you go. So I hope I haven't bored everybody to death. And thanks for joining me. Take care, everyone. Look forward to seeing you on the next streams. On May 28th, we will be going to the Isle of Wight, which is in the south of the country, a little island just off the coast of the south coast of the, you know what I mean, just off the south coast, which is, it's a beautiful, beautiful little bit of England paradise. So I hope you'll join me on some live streams there. Okay, everybody, take care now. Love to you all. Thank you. Oh, don't forget to hit the like if you want to, and tell anybody else about the channel. It's just a small channel, nothing. I'm not growing it as such, but just want to share with everybody. Right, bye for now. Take care, everybody. Keep warm.